Hello, Mary and staff. Okay, here's my feeling versus function poster. All right, now what I'm going to do is this. Okay, nope, I got to make it bigger. So I'm going to go through this kind of quick, but give you an idea. Most people say, I feel okay. It's not feeling, it's function. They're not functioning well. So if they know this, that if you look at my chart, my poster, is that you feel 90%, you don't feel 90% what's going on. Motor nerves control your muscles, can cause spasm, tightness, weakness, autonomic, all your organs. Only 10% transmits pain. So out of the sensory nerve, we have it communicates posture, temperature, and pain. So basically, feeling good doesn't equal good health. Good health equals healthy function. Nerve pressure can't exist without pain. There are things that are causing pressure and causing not to function because structure determines function. That you're not functioning well. You'll right away. This will go away really quick. But guess what? You are not going to feel it now. Chung Hao Su says the slightest pressure, the weight of a dime, put a weight of a dime on your hand. Have the patient like, wow, how much you think that blocks the nerve pressure? 100%, 60%, 20%, or no percent? And they'll go, 20%. It's like, no, it's like, no, 60%. 60%, that light pressure. How can I show you if I get half of that pressure off by my adjustments? You can't, but by this technology, objectively, you can, diagnose. For instance, let's use an example. The motor nerve, let's pretend the nerve going to your bicep is out here, and I take pliers and squeeze it. What's going to happen? Everybody goes, pain. No, it's going to cause the muscle to go weak, spasm, function, or tight. It's not going to function properly. If I cut that nerve, guess what? It doesn't work at all. So basically, if there's pressure on the nerve going to your lungs, for instance, and say the nerve was out here, we're pretending, going to your lungs, and I squeeze it tight with a pair of pliers, what's going to happen when I squeeze that nerve? Well, it's not going to be pain. No, you're not going to function properly. You're going to be unhealthy organ. It's going to be more susceptible to different diseases and problems and stuff like that. It's not going to function properly. So basically, I want you to get this right off the bat. The feeling is the tip of the iceberg. Okay. What sank the Titanic? The bottom that they couldn't see. And so basically what happens is this. Right now, the person's going, wow, I never heard this before, and what I did, and I don't have it up, but I'll try to send it. I put a tooth right here, and because the tooth has enamel, dentine, and nerve. You got to go through 2/3 of the decaying tooth before you hit the nerve. So it's the same analogy. Do you ever had a piece of bread and you took a bite and your tooth broke off? Why? You didn't know that it was 60 90%. It's really 75% enamel, dentine. Only 20% is pain. So only 10%, a very small portion, transmits pain from the central nervous system. And there's the study, and definitely good health equals healthy function. Now, so right now the person's thinking, hey, wait a minute. I never heard this before. Is this guy just filling me a bunch of goods? My next poster, which is in the room, choice versus chance. You have a choice to determine the quality of your health, or take a chance and risk getting worse. So you've had pressure on your central nervous system, chemical, emotional, physical, that's had your health decline over years from birth, misalignment, degeneration, damage. And guess what? The most dangerous symptom is no symptom. Why? Because you based your health on 10% instead of the 90%. People are like, oh, so let's look at it. Heart disease, okay, number one killer. 60% of the first symptom of death is what? Of heart disease is death. 6% of people out of 1,600 are going to drop over dead. Hypertension, high blood pressure, silent killer. Diabetes, silent killer. Self-fixation is dying killer. Let me ask you a question. By the time you have a symptom, is it too early? Too late. Right, too late. So how do we know? Okay, how do we know that 90%, how the 90% is working? We don't know unless we have some objective documentation. So basically, this is how we find out. Here's my other poster, gauge versus guess. Definition of health is, according to World Health, we know this already, state of health, complete mental, physical, social well-being, not merely the absence of symptoms of disease or infirmity. Normal function equals healthy body. The key to health is function. So this is, we don't guess in our office. We gauge versus guess. I don't poke, pop, and pray. All right. So if we see, now this is a different, sorry. I made this for a different company that uses a different technology. White is normal on yours would be, in green mild, blue moderate, red severe. Now on mine, I also have black is off the chart. So we're going to gauge, what are we going to gauge? This 90% that we can't feel. All right. So let me ask you a question, ma'am. If you can't feel 90% of what's going on, okay, how do you know if you're healthy or not? And you're like, well, I don't. So your scan could look better or worse than you feel. You might feel better, but we'll still have some things to do. Oh, let me show you something. Okay. I'll show you one last thing. I know I'm talking pretty fast, but that's what New Yorkers are like. Stress test. No, I don't want that. Okay. Hopefully I can get this. Okay. Okay. Posters. All right. Where's the stress? Where's the substation brochure? Okay, now this brochure I wrote. Okay, these. Okay, here. View. Got to turn it around. Let me turn it around. Okay. Layout. Oh, no. Oh, view. Sorry about this. Okay, we're gonna look it upside down. Look at this right here. See, this here is a normal pattern. So initial scan shows it got a lot of red is severe, and a lot of problems. What we're going to do is going to rescan you and say, look it, we're making progress. Got a lot of that out. Can you see the difference? And boom, that we still got some work to do. Even though you feel great, there's still some pressure there. Then look at this. This is my chart here. This shows the tension in the muscle. You see it smaller and then bigger. Now, if you looked at this compared to this, you'd say, wow, I don't have any problems. But when you compare to my scan here, we take this, like for instance, I'm just going to really quick, this is 130, so it's a little over. So say this is 12 microvolts, and this over here is 5 microvolts. Well, if we take 5 out of there and 5 out of there, we have 7. We have a little more. So say it was 6 and 12. Well, 6 out of here, 6 out of here, we'd have 100% more. It's 129%. So guess what? That vertebrae is not moving nice. It's torqued and causing degeneration and wear and tear. And that's where a lot of the damage. And probably with x-rays, this definition of scoliosis going this way and then back this way. All right, like that. Okay? All right. But, we get back to this. This is my #1 seller. And if I do find the tooth one, I'll let you know. And if there's any questions, please call me. But hopefully that gives you a little clue on that. And okay, I'll send the other one, the tooth one, to you. But that's it. And I think this one here is our #1 seller. It's in Spanish, Swedish, German. Now it's in Hebrew, and it's all over the world. Okay, so health is not how you feel; it's how you function. Okay, all right. Take care. I'm gonna stop it, pause it. Where's it? Stop recording?